Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I cannot wait to get this information out to you. This video is so huge. It may be the biggest I've ever done so far, and my part 2 may be the biggest at that point. I am so excited to bring this out to you. I'm so excited for the culmination of all my work in almost 3 years, getting close to 3 years here, and really understanding this stuff more than I ever have. And I'm excited to bring this to you because there's so many things that come together in this time frame, and everything, that I'm the most confident I've ever been that this is the time frame. But again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know the future. The Lord has kept me from knowing specifically exactly, maybe until this time exactly. Who knows? But we will see. You be the judge. And without further ado, I'm going to talk about. I am basically still on other platforms. Right here, as you can see, along with YouBoob, I'm calling them YouBoob. So my normal channel that you're familiar with, if you're, or maybe you're not familiar with it, if you're brand new or whatever, and then my backup channel. So I'm putting this video on my normal channel with almost 24,000 subscribers, and then I'm gonna put this on my backup channel as well with a few hundred or whatever that I just put up recently, and these other two platforms here. As you can see, I'm not even going to say what they are. I have to say disguise my words, because if I get another, I don't want to get another strike. So it's really important. And then, because this has happened to me so much, all three of these things, to my videos, they've been removed, things like that, because of various crazy things that, because of basically, they're these guys. They're Al Gore rhythms. So I say you boob and your Al Gore rhythms are pretty annoying, but I have to say here right now on YouBoob, because it's just not working as far as the emails and such. Let me go forward on this real quick. So I've suspended the idea of the video notifications through emails because, and I've deleted them all. So I've deleted them all and I stopped this service because basically the first time I did it, hundreds of people, only maybe 700 people first signed up, and then I got up to almost 900 people weeks later. But the first time around 700, only half the people, even up to this point, even opened their email. And I can see all the details on that. And then on the second time I did it with close to 900 emails, only a third of the people opened their email. And I even mentioned in my last video on this channel, please check your spam and everything. So I don't know what's going on. And I had my suspicions about that because with emails and things and all that, I'm still going to be on Telegram, however. So if you want to sign up, there's a link in the description box right below this video. Again, if you can't see the description box right below this video, you click on the little little arrow on the right side, and it'll open up the description box. Or, some of the other platforms, like I've shown you there, they have it right up below, so you can see it right there. And I'll have the different things below there. I'm also going to include my last two-part series about the iPad Go 2 and the Stupid Bowl 55. So please watch those. There's some crazy things that even support what I'm talking about in this video, and a lot of crazy insights, again, we have these channels here, but the secret codes that are in this, this picture here, so many different things going on, and even this, this name. I'm gonna say it backwards. Stadium James Raymond. There's a hidden code in there. You won't believe it if you haven't seen these videos yet. So go check out the links in the description box below for part 1 and part 2. Watch those as well. It's huge. And then when he's singing and everything, there's these words behind him on the stage and everything, and it's a secret message, and you won't believe it. I decoded this whole thing. It's quite phenomenal. The Lord did it through me. So I'm just thankful that Jesus, gives me these things, and I'm so thankful to him. So let's jump right into it. And I'm going to start off with this concept that I've shared in my last video about how February equals May. And it's a shadow of May. And even like December, because December, to most of us in the Gregorian, is the 12th month. So 1 + 2 is 3. But in other ways, even more ways, February is a kind of a mirror or a duplicate of or a foreshadowing of May, and May being the ultimate month. Okay, and so I'm going to show here again. If people haven't seen it, it's fine. I'll just go through this. But we have the Gregorian idea of months. There's the Roman, which most people don't know about, which is what the elite really go by, the Roman calendar, the former Roman calendar, and then I call the count. Okay, the count is, I'm going to explain that. Okay, and I'll probably do a better job than I did last time to explain it. So here we go. So February on the Gregorian to the masses is the 2nd month, and May is the 5th month. Well, in the Roman that the elite use, February is the 12th month, so it's the last month of the year. Okay, and then the May is the 3rd month on the Roman calendar. Again, to the elites, the ones who control everything, the trillionaires and billionaires and trillionaires, basically the trillionaires who control everything, and then February on the count is the 11th month, and then May on the count is the 2nd month. Okay, so to explain that a little bit better, if you look at the Roman, so if these months are on the Roman calendar, January is the 11th month, February is the 12th, and right at here is the turn to the next year. So March ends up being the 1st month. So you have 11, 12, and then 1. I wanted to kind of show it this way. So February ends up being the 11th month. How? Well, if you run through the end of January, you've completed 11 months on the Roman calendar. You've completed 11 months. So you put 11, for example, you completed 11 months, and then whatever your date is in February, like let's say it was this last Super Bowl, which was February 7th, then you have 7 days in February. So you completed, the count is 11 months have completed, and then 7 days. So 11/7. So in a sense, February is the 11th month and then 7 days. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the same thing with May. Let's say you had the exact same day. So like I'm saying, like I said in the 2-part video I did about the Stupid Bowl, the whole thing was the death and resurrection of Stinky B.O., the 44th Prez, and that's what it was showing. Okay, so 2/7 or 1/17, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2/7 or February 7th equals May 7th. Okay, and I'm going to show you again why. So again, now let's go over here to, so that again, that would be February as the 11th month. So, but let's say, now look at May. So in the Roman calendar, March is the 1st month, April is the 2nd month, May is the 3rd month. So if we completed the 1st month, then the 2nd month, that's 2 months completed. Okay, and again, it's a count. You're counting 2 months completed, then scratch that out. You've got 2 months completed, and then again, May 7th, for example, would just be the type of why February 7th is May 7th. The type is 7. So we have 2nd month. It's 2 months have been completed, and then 7 days in May. So we have 2/7. And remember how the other one was 11/7. We have 2/7, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So how they're equal. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so 11 is equal to 2 because 1 plus 1 is 2. And so that's the count. So then we have the Gregorian, the Roman, and the count is what I'm saying. Okay, so because these are equal here, February equals May, because on the Roman, February is 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3, so that's equal. And then on the count, February ends up being the 11th month, technically because it's the previous month that's completed, but then the days are in February. So that's 11, and then May ends up being the 2nd month on the count. Okay, so because these are equal, that makes February equal to May, and 2 is 5. It's the new math. Okay, so 2 is 5. Okay. So, and again, also, I had a timeline that was in December. So December in the Gregorian is 12. So in a sense, symbolically, it's 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's why December also was a possible symbol of May. But February is more because it's got both of these that equate to May. And May is unique because it's the 5th month. Anyway, I won't get into that as far as July, because July to the elites is the 5th month. So that's why we have like 7/11s that you go to, because really July 11th is the 5th month to elites, so it's hiding 5/11. And that's why we have 4th of July, because July is really the 5th month, so that's 5/4, or the 4th day of the 5th month, which is what we're going to be talking about here. So we have bookends on either side of the 3s, and then it's 3/2s, and then the 7s on the other side. And right in the middle is May, technically the 5th month on the Gregorian that the masses know. So they program people to these different things, so they don't know which end is up. And I think I finally figured this out. So on the Apple Roll, because I'm calling this the Apple Roll equals the chalkboard, because on the Apple Roll, let me just reiterate for those who don't know, or to reiterate for some people that don't quite remember. Basically, the birth process starts with the lily being the virgin that's dropping the apple. She represents the Revelation 12 sign. There's 12 figures behind her in iPad Goat. And again, if you haven't seen iPad Goat 2, please watch that. You can just look it up on, any of these platforms, YouBoob, the other ones I was shown, and look up iPad Go 2. And watch that. It's about 7 minutes, and it's going to show you it's basically a bunch of timelines smashed together, and it is the elite's plans. It is the second 9/11D thing. How do I say this now? It's, September 11th of 2001 was those things with those, buildings went down and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of code here. And so this is basically chronicling the next several attacks, which will be the next 9 and then 1 and 1s. Okay, hopefully that, oh geez. Anyway, okay, so she drops the apple. She's the woman in Revelation 12. She's a virgin that's pained to be delivered. She drops the apple. It rolls. The first day is shown as the first day here. It lands on the floor, and this is the sun. So this is like noon of the first day. Okay, so that's day 1. Okay, day 4 through 5, the spot is not here. It's buried right in the thing. If you count the revolutions of the apple. The 4th and 5th day the 4th is up here, but then the spot goes right here, and it's basically around midnight because the spot's buried. You can't see the spots because it's dark, and it's on the buried thing, so it's around midnight. So it's the 4th or 5th day, depending on your time zone. And right down here, and I'm going to show this a little bit more, we have a dead face, and looks like a meteor crashing through it. And there's also, it looks kind of like a pyramid. The dead face has got 2 closed eyes, and right in here it's got an absence where there's like a skull nose, where there's no nose, and it's just that hole where the skull nose is, whatever you call that. And I'm going to show that here. That's the 4th and 5th day, so that's an attack. And like I said, it looked like a meteorite. And I have so much more confirmation for that in so many ways. And like I've had in movies and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you some of that now. And even in my last video, part 1 and part 2, you can see some crazy confirmations of that day, of these exact things, like in the newest album from Public Enemy, where they showed this meteor coming in, and I show how it's actually from their angle and everything in the desert, it's actually going right to Las Vegas. Anyway, so the apple, basically, there's an upside down 7 in the floor. It's black, and as it crosses the 7 right over here, and I've shown this in other videos, I'm not going to end this video, it has an H right here. You can barely see the H, and it starts spelling out Hawaii. So on the 7th day, there's going to be some massive stuff happening to Hawaii. And again, we've already had some stuff kick off here this year. Actually, last year, technically, right on the winter solstice, which was 3/3, December 21st was 3/3, and that's Stinky Beale's number because he's 3/3, which is 3 times 11 is 33, or he's 311. And then we're going to see some massive stuff, probably break out of the crater, or more stuff with lava's going to flow again like crazy, like it did almost 3 years ago. Around almost 3 years ago now, and big stuff. Okay, and then the 8th day, the apple rolls and it gets to the C, and as it goes just past the C, right at here, it becomes an 8. So the C and the apple become an 8, and then it hits Stinky Beo's foot. Okay, and that's completing the 8th day. Now, when it bounces back off the foot, there's a little, it's an upside down heart that's kind of sort of shown on this foot. But this little slash part of the top of the heart makes a slash here, and then the shadow from the leaf makes another slash here. So that's an X. And then the shadow from the stem on the apple over here, because this apple's over here, is an I. It's a capital I, like in Roman numerals. So you have I from X, which is 9. I know some of this sounds like it's a little contrived, but that's how they do things. They hide clues in these little details, and you have to know how to read these things. And over time, I've learned these things through the Lord, through Jesus, and how He's taught me how to see these things and for what they are, okay? We also have a silver tip here on the shoe, and there's a gold coin underneath, and that's the opening of the silver gates and the golden gate. That's a British crown coin, and so he's standing on top of the crown. And so I've shared how his bloodline is British. The royal family he's basically a clone of them to some degree, and Nephilim and other things. So he can be the AC, the main dude, the Antichristals. I'll just say it that way. I don't want to say, I'm going to change my words a little bit with Zulls, okay? Just my thing, is being silly. So Antichristals will come, he's coming from them. He's also the Assyrian. He's a clone, so he can be a man and a beast. That's the only way he could be a man and a beast. He's a clone. And I've shown that many times. So anyway, so we have 9, we have just 10, because the apple tilts this way, then it goes this way, back a little bit. And then when it goes back this way a little bit, then it cracks right in the center. And then we have right here, we have the big island, which shoots out like an explosion of a volcano right on this day, which is the 11th day. There's lava coming from it right here. You see, this is a mountain, or this is the big island really. And right at the south end of the big island is where the split happens. And this is the east rift zone coming off of the big island, falling into the sea and causing a massive mega tsunami. Okay, that hits the west coast, and it's going to be timed for the east coast to be hit at the same time. And these are all fomented by Russian nuclear subs, symbolized by a shark. And because the main class of shark with the Russian subs is a Kula class, which means shark, and other things like that. So there's a lot of symbolism. This is all symbolism. This is all numbers and symbolism and things that the elite believe, the Kabbalists, the ones who are, basically controlling all the things for the next set of 9 and then 1 and then ones. Okay, say it that way. Okay, or however we say it. Okay, because I can't say the normal thing you say. Otherwise, I could be banned from things. Never know. Okay, here we go. So that's split. And then once they're split, okay, again, this being the 11th/12th day. And I'm going to explain. The 11th is the 2 pillars, okay, that they believe. And then the 12th is 1 and 2 is 3. They believe they want to go to the 3, which is the top of the pyramid. And I've explained that before. But anyway, and then so we have the 2 halves, and then that would represent the 2 coasts. And a number of things like that. There's a lot going on here. I'm not explaining everything. And then once these 2 seeds grow together, then this is nuclear attack. This flower blooms, or it's the apple of the apple of the apple. The inside of the apple basically blooms to a pink flower. I'm going to explain more of that. But so how this one is going to match the chalkboard, okay? So, but I want to say here first, on April 26th this year is the pink moon. Okay, so the time frame I'm talking about is this is going to happen right before, and then the next moon this year is a flower moon. So is it a coincidence the time frame I'm talking about will be right up into this time? Pink flower moon, pink flower. I don't think so. Okay, that's not a coinky dink. Okay, so anyway, here we go. We have George Bush would not be prudent at this juncture. No, that's his father. But anyway, shame on you. Okay, so that he's saying some junk that he said years ago, and it looked like it was a gaffe, but he was saying it ahead of time, and I've shown the video before. And they replay it again, and it's actually code and everything. I'm not getting into that right now because I've gone into some before. Anyway, just to show you the chalkboard. So the chalkboard has a burning house right here. There's a shark. Unfortunately, there's like a penis with drops of stuff right here. Okay, and then a lot of people don't know, but this drops. There's a 4th drop. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th drop, which makes the shark's eye. See that drop right there? It's come down right here. And then later on, when you see Obama, and it looks like he's sweating, it's really, you can see behind his head, you can see the penis on the chalkboard, and it's literally sperm going down his head. It's pretty sick, okay? But it has to do with, it has to do with conception and birth and rebirth and death and rebirth and things. So there's sick versions of all that. So, but I want to show you these items. So we have the burning house, we have the shark, we have this, and then we have the hangman. And then this right here is where the timeline pretty much stops. And then we have another timeline that supports this. I'm going to show you in letters, okay, which are numbers, of course. Okay, and even all the symbols are numbers as well. Another thing I want to mention, okay, is back in 2018, we had there was a false missile attack in Hawaii, and that was on, see, this is an A. You can see this is an A, okay, and then you have a 1 and 3, and it was on January, so A is 1, January is 1. January 13th, 2018 was a false missile alert, okay, and that's forecasting some things that were coming, and that just happens to be, again, there's so many false flag examples in this video I've shown, over 50. For example, Trump becoming the president. He's one of the figures behind Lily, and he's sitting with his hands in a triangular shape, and he's got the part on his hair. And this was all released in 2012, and Trump didn't become president until, he wasn't elected until 2016, and it became technically president in 2017. So, and then there's hurricanes and all kinds of stuff in predictive programming. This has over 50 so far that have been shown ahead of time in this movie. So what that does is it gives it validity. It's not just a cartoon, it's an animated timeline, and so it's not taken seriously by a lot of people. It's made into an animated movie. Okay, so but there's a lot of solid, amazing stuff in here, as I'm going to show you. Okay, so those are the elements of the chalkboard right here as far as how they match. Now, let me show you this. So let me show you another thing. So he is the puppet in the beginning. You see the hands of Draco, which is the character Satan, and he's got he's got the marionette, I guess the wooden cross pieces or whatever, and then the strings come down right here, and he's manipulating him like he does all the leaders, okay, and Bush no exception, okay. So he's doing the boom sign, okay, and this is the last, because it's all red. I just know this is the when that flower blooms, it's the nukes that are going to go off. And again, these things are in all kinds of predictive programming in movies, TV shows, videos, and everything out there, okay. But this is that final day, and so he's showing the final day right here, the nuclear blast, doing the boom sign, and that's in other videos like when Prince Harry and the Queen were doing a thing back and forth on a phone to the Obamas and things and all that, and that was, they did the boom sign. They go like boom, bring it, boom, and it was about it was a little short clip about the Invictus Games or whatever. And I broke that down as well. And anyway, it's crazy. But what he's really showing here is 5-5. 5-5. Okay, 5-5. And that's the last day of the booms. The last day is 5-5. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that is. Also, he's wearing a dunce cap. But why would you have to wear a dunce cap and have a D on it? Because you don't need to know what it is. You know what it is if you know what a dunce cap is. I mean, younger people would know what a dunce cap is probably, but you could look it up on on Google or something. But D represents Donald, and it's also in the Donald's is also hidden in the Psalm 23 graffiti that's on the wall in my iPad Go as well. Donald is hidden in there as well, as I've shown. But also D means Donald, so he's a president and he's going to be attacked. Okay, so. And he represents that, as well as Stinky B.O. He'll morph into Stinky B.O., as I call him, the 44th Pres, Barack Insane Obama. Okay, so then he does this dance where he's putting, again, remember, he did this. So this, and I'm saying this is backwards. So this is the last day of the nuke. So we got 5-5. So the last day will be a 5-5 of some kind, okay? And then we have another 5-5. He goes, hands go down, they go back up. And then 5-5, okay? And then we have 1, 1, 2, 4. The 124th day of the year ends up being May 4th. Okay, and then we have, he ends it with and he's happy. 5-5. He's happy. He's like, ha. Okay, and so by the way, if you were to go backwards, let's go backwards now, because I'm saying this is backwards. Let's say this is the front. So he's happy, and it's 5-5. And I'm saying that's, in a sense, May 1st. So May is 5, and 2021 is 5. So 5-5, May 2021. Going into May, he's happy. And then he's even right here is kind of like silly or whatever, but he's starting to get a little bit crazy. And this is May, the 124th day of the year is May 4th. Okay, and then right here, it's May 5th, 5-5. Okay, and then he starts getting a little concerned, and now he's showing he's upset, and it's 5-5, and I believe that's 5-11. 5 times 11 is 55, or 5-5 right here. And then we get to the last attack day, which is 5-5. Okay, and again, this is all symbolic, but I'm going to show you this will be the last attack day of 5-5. And this is what I'm saying, okay, and I'm going to show that to you more here. Okay, so that's what it's showing there, I believe. And again, right here, this is in reference to this. It's right here. You can't really see this guy too much, but it's right here at the burning house. And the burning house is, and I'm going to show you more about that. The burning house represents the burning of our house, in a sense. It's not only the country, but it's also Las Vegas. Okay, and I'm going to show that. So here's the timeline I have. And these are the days of the year right here, okay, on top. And then we have the actual days down here. And then on the fourth and fifth day, because the spot is buried in the floor right here, it's the fourth and fifth day, depending on where you're at, because it's going to be right around midnight. It happens midnight of 1 or something like that. So if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be the fifth. If you're on the West Coast or even in Hawaii, it's going to be the fourth when it happens. So that's why they fourth and fifth. They like the 2-day combination thing, and that's why they like the 2-day combination of the offing of both presidential people. Okay. Anyway, so fourth and fifth is, I'm saying, is a meteor attack, and I'm doubling down on that even more because I have a lot more evidence of this, and I'm going to show you more as well here in this video. Okay, and then so that's attack on Las Vegas. So just so you have a timeline, and then the seventh and eighth day. The seventh is Stinky BO's demise. So it's also Hawaii, more lava events going on. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen exactly, but it's going to be definitely flowing of more lava, probably outside the crater for sure, and other things. And then Stinky BO is eliminated on that day. Okay, and then also Britney Spears is going to be eliminated on that day as well. Okay, and then. Trumbull falls on the 8th. Trumbull will be eliminated, and then carriers attacked as well. And that's why I see the predictive programming showing. And even when the carriers went through their whole thing of going across to Iran, across the Pacific, the Atlantic, and all this stuff 2 years ago, and into all the stuff that they did, and all that, it was all predictive programming, what's going to happen, and they did all the symbolism ahead of time for what's going to happen before they're going to get destroyed. They went through the Strait of Hormuz and all that kind of stuff, and that was all essential for what's coming. So, and maybe I'll explain more of that later as far as that goes. But anyway, here we go. Then we have these actually line up with these exact days on the Apple Roll line up with these. These little symbols on the chalkboard. I'm going to show you how that is. It's crazy. Okay, so the first thing is house on fire. Okay, house on fire. This is a house on fire. And it's many things, but I'm going to show you one thing. It is house on fire, and that is 4/5, or the 4th of May, or May 4th backwards. Okay, it's also 1 times 35 is 35, or 3 5s. And May 5th, 2021 is 555. Or 3 5s. Then we have this shark over here. And shark right here. Shark, it happens to be 57. Okay, by the way, I said 5-4. There's 5-4 down there at the very bottom. Shark is 57. Very at the bottom down here. 5-7, May 7th. Shark is May 7th. Huh, imagine that would be 5-7. And then what's this? This is a hangman. What's hangman? Oh, it's 58. Look down the bottom. It's May 8th. Oh, that's all coincidence. Oh, no. For these all three to be hit these exact days, it's not coincidence. Plus, I have a lot more. Now, if you look at this, you go, oh, see, this guy just got one leg. One leg is 58. Again, that hits for 5-8. Or you could say he's missing one leg. Missing one leg is 1-4-8 or 5-8. 1 plus 4 is 5-8. Man, I'm proving this. This is crazy. Okay, so that's phenomenal right there. Okay, these matching this right here is phenomenal. Let me show you some more stuff. Okay, so this is the second section of this 14-day process. And so I'm saying after Trumbull's demise, right after, because there's going to be something like a Nuxels that hits Manhattans when Trumbull is in probably in Trump Towersals. Okay, I'm gonna say it that way. Okay, and then the next day, because the stock market is in New York, it's probably going to crash. So that's the next day. Plus, there's a lot of things on 129 and things I'm going to get into right now. And so that's going to happen. Then we have the 11th and 12th days of this mega tsunamis, and those make mega earthquakes. If you can imagine massive amount of water, like in the movie, Deep Impact or something, you see just coming over the freaking buildings, and just massive amount of water. You see it hitting both coasts. I mean, hundreds of feet high. It could be when it hits here 500 feet, 600 feet high when it hits both coasts. I mean, seriously, it's over the top. People will be so shocked. A lot of people will have heart attacks just for looking at it. Like the Bible says, it's crazy. And that is actually in Jeremiah 51:42. It says Babylon will be destroyed by tumultuous waves. It's in Jeremiah 51:42. Look it up. And we are Babylon, sorry. We are the land of images. We are the land surrounded by water. The waters, the Bible says, there's no other land that fits the description of Babylon like United States does. Nobody. I've looked into it. I've proven it. Believe it or not. I mean, nobody is the land of images. Nobody is, surrounded by water like us and everything else. There's so much. No one pervades their filth to the world in so many different ways. Movies, porn, crappy music that's satanic. I mean, everything you can imagine that the world basically is coming to believe about this new world order and everything. A lot of it's pervaded from the United States. Aliens. I mean, movies and stuff. I mean, from going back to War of the Worlds and everything else, aliens and everything. I mean, you kidding? Who's been more of a purveyor of that idea? And they're coming, but they're not going to be real ones. They're going to be demonically, indwelled printed bodies that they're going to 3D print, and they're going to fool the whole world. Well, they're not going to fool me because I won't be here for a little bit, coming back to fight those freaks. So, and help people. So anyway, so that's these massive tsunamis going to hit these faults. And they hit on both sides of the United States, and then all these faults are going to go, and you're going to have a 12 plus sets of earthquakes that will level things to the ground all across the whole United States. It's going to be like nothing we've ever seen. I guarantee it. Absolutely guarantee it. Okay. And then we have Israel's birthday on the very last day, and that's nuclear attack and everything. And it just sets up, for the 73rd birthday, add 7 years to that of tribulation, and you get, roughly the 80 years that the Bible says about a generation. It should be 70 or 80 years with strength, the Bible says. So it just happens to hit that almost exactly, just chance, coincidental and all that. Okay, and so this actually matches up with here because, again, these are missile attacks in a sense. Again, this was a false missile attack because this is an A, sideways kind of an angle. It's an A, and then the A is not that long, so this is a 1 and a 3. But also you could look at it as 1-3-1. The 131st day of the year is May 11th. And this is going to be these are going to be some kind of missiles, or they're really going to be, torpedoes, nuclear torpedoes that are really going to hit underwater, and they hit certain things like for Hawaii is going to hit the Lahaina slump, which is underneath the East Rift Zone, and it's going to cause the whole section of the East Rift Zone of the southern part of Hawaii, basically from Kilauea south and across the east and west, to all fall off into the ocean. So, and then they may foment that with La Cumbre Vieja, which is an island and a volcano on an island off the coast of northern Africa, or they may hit an area that's right outside New York, which is called it's called Babylon Canyon, if you can believe it. So I'm kind of going between those two possibilities. But the Cumbre Vieja sounds more likely because of what they're going to do with Hawaii. But they're going to synchronize these, and they're going to say that meteors hit both the Pacific and the Atlantic at the same time, or maybe it's a broken up comet or something, I don't know. But they're going to say these things hit, and that's what happened. But they're really going to use, to time it perfectly, they're going to use subs to do it at the same time. And these are nuclear torpedoes that basically are tsunami makers. Okay, so they're called Poseidon torpedoes. They used to be called canyon missiles or torpedoes. Crazy stuff. Okay, here we go. Keep going. And then, sorry to be so graphic here, but that's the way it is. I don't really care for this. I don't like thinking about penises. I really don't. I'm not at all, but it's for you. So, and it's just what I have to do to break this down. So a penis spewing 4 drops of spermatozoa is 512. And there we go. We have 511 and 512 right here. Okay, it's just not a coincidence. And I got more that's not a coincidence. Okay, a penis spewing 4 drops of spermatozoa is also 485, which is 5, and then 4 plus 8 is 12. 512 backwards, okay? Also, a penis ejaculating 4 drops of spermatozoa is 512 exactly backwards. So you can say 12 is in 5 and then 12, or you can say exactly backwards 512 is 12, 512 that way. Another version, a penis shooting 4 drops of sperm is also 5. 3 plus 9 is 12. Okay, 512 again. Oh, that's just a coincidence, right? These are all coincidences. Yeah, right. A penis shooting 4 drops of sperm is also, in reverse Frankenstein, 441. Okay, what's crazy about that? Well, it exactly matches Las Vegas, Nevada, USA is 441, the exact same cipher, which is off the charts crazy. And that exact tax date is the 4th of May. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4th of May. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4th of May. So that even, again, what happens a lot of times with symbols is they match everything, but the main ones they put in like a timeline. So there's a main thing they're trying to represent, but then most of these symbols represent so many other things. Even past things like that, the house on fire represents, maybe the false gas explosions that happened in all these different, like in Massachusetts and all these different things, or even the houses on fire that happened in Paradise, California, and all that kind of stuff. There was all these falsels, flagsels, and all these doozles, weaponsels. They use a doozles, weaponsels. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say? And they hit these things, and I've proven it in many of my videos. Okay, so they represent a main thing, but then they also, the numbers and the symbols represents other things too, so they can get more power representing all the things. And then we also have unfortunately, a penis shooting 4 drops of sperm is also 514 exactly backwards, and the 14th day would be the last day. Okay, so the 5th month and the 14th day is the last day. Okay, boom, crazy. Okay, and here's George Bush. Okay, Zulz, no, George Bush. He's basically, he's got his hand here, but I want to show you here. Now, because like the penis up here is right up here, and it has 4 things that it's shooting, okay? And there's 4 snowflakes, and I believe this represents nuclear winter, okay? Not necessarily that's going to be in winter, and I've always thought that, not necessarily winter. A lot of people thought it was because it looks like snow in Big Goat, but it's really ash, and it doesn't necessarily represent winter. It's just nuclear winter, because there's 4 of these things in this on the coming out of the penis. There'd be 4 main attacks here on land possibly, and it just so happens that you see Nevada right here. This explosion is right there. It's almost if you were to take this and put it right up on here, this map. You have New York up here, you have Florida down here, and then you have something else, maybe Texas or something down here. Anyway, this somehow matches up with here some attacks they're going to do at the very end. Maybe these are the first. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but that's how I believe it's showing here. And I'm going to show you on the chalkboard here. So we have these first symbols here, which I just showed you, and then I'm going to show you right now this symbolism right here. So this is a timeline right here, and I showed you how these represent that first timeline. And then there's a break right here, and then these letters mean something as well that supports this as well, and other things I've shown. So let me show you that. But first, let me show you. Okay, I'm going to do that first. Okay, this is what I'm getting to. And then also in the hand. So he's pointing to the shark that's going to destroy the coast. He's pointing to Florida. Like I said, down here, that one's Florida. And then he's looking at New York. Again, New York, and then this other one down here is Florida. So he's pointing to New York. He's pointing to Florida. He's looking at New York. And both of his hands, this is what they say, I believe. So it's 3 fingers sticking up. 1, 2, 3. That's the 3rd month being May. And then we have 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1 or 11. 3, 11. So May 11th, because May is really the 3rd month release, out of 5, which is 2021. And you can look at it as, you can even look at it this way. You can even look at it as 2, 2, 1, because the thumb is separate. 2, 2, 1. So it's 3, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 11 out of 5, or 2, 2, 1. May 11th, 2021, or May the 11th day, 2021. That's what I'm saying. Okay, in a sense that because May 11th is 5 times 11 is going to be 55, it also going to be 555 or some version of that. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what he's showing. And then the shark is going to do this. The sub is going to do this. The attack sub, that's, Russian subs are going to do this. They're going to attack the coast. Anyway, that's eventually going to happen. That's probably the last day. Okay. Let's keep going here. So let's look at the house and why it's even more supporting Las Vegas than anything you can imagine. Why would I say that, and why would that be the case? So let's look at some stuff here. So it's common they do things upside down and backwards, or both. Upside down, backwards, or both. Okay. So let's do it upside down here. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so this is the fattest line right here, and it's a continuous line, and it looks like an opened like a totally opened L. So that's an L right here, okay? And then when I look at over here, I look at these two lines being very similar and they connect. This is fatter. This is a different one. This is a fatter one. It kind of it's thinner over here and gets fat. These look like the same line and they make a V. So there's a V. So we have LV. That just happens to be Las Vegas. Okay, could be, you know, as far as, symbol or abbreviation for Las Vegas, okay? And then let's go to the next thing. So we have LV right here, okay? And then we have upside down, this is a W, which is the 23rd letter of the alphabet, which 2 plus 3 is 5. We have another W that's mostly there. It's cut off a little bit, but it's a W mostly there, and that's 5. 2 plus 3 is 5, because W is the 23rd letter of the alphabet. We have 5, 5. Well, what's going on down here? Well, let's keep going. So this is a backwards D. It looks like a backwards D, or see the top is broken up there. It could also be a V. The top is kind of a little bit more towards the other side, and because it's open completely up there. If you can see right above there, it's open. So a V and a D are both 4, because a V is 22nd letter of the alphabet. 2 plus 2 is 4, and D is 4. Doesn't matter. It could be either way. So that's 5, 4, 5. So May 4th, 2021. Again, 2021 is 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. And then we have right here, this could be what? This could be an I or a 1. Now, if it's an I is 9. And you add anything to 9, stays the same. So that could make it, so if you did 5, I, 4, 5, then it would be 5, 4, 5, because you just throw out the 9. Anything you add to 9 stays the same. But if it's a 1, if this is a 1, then we have 5, and we have 1 plus 4 is 5, 5. We have 5, 5, 5. Or May 5th, 2021. Again, 2021 is 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So you have May 5th, 2021, 5, 5, 5. Okay, that's another proof. Let's look at another one here. We look at these. This is a bizarre way of doing this W, okay? And it actually looks like to me like an L and a V. It's LV, okay? And then added to this already. So let's just say this is not here. Let's just look at these, LV. And then right here, this is cut off for a reason. And this looks like an N when it's cut off. It's not completely there. It looks like an N. And then, like I said, this is still a kind of a hidden V. It looks more like a backwards D to me, but if it's a hidden V. So I'm saying this is also LV, Las Vegas, NV, Nevada. This is the abbreviation for Nevada. NV. That's an NV. Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, the house is burning. Okay, let's keep going. Again, there's just more and more things, and they stack up, and they tell me this is what this is. And then, so if we look at LV, L is 12th letter of the alphabet. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. 2 plus 2 is 4, and that LV even tells you the attack date, because May is really the 3rd month to the least, and the 4th. I've been saying May 4th many times with this attack date. May 4th and 5th are the days. And then to confirm that, it's NV. And what's NV? NV is 5, because N is 14th letter of the alphabet. 1 plus 4 is 5. And then V is 22. Or 2 plus 2 is 4. So 5, 4. So 3, 4 is 5, 4. What I've been saying for a long time, 3 is really May to the elites, and to us, 5 is May. 5, 4 is 3, 4, and that's the attack day on Las Vegas. I mean, literally, we have a LV right here. We have an LV right here. LV, NV, NV, LV, NV. It's crazy. And in LV, NV is literally May 4th, 3, 4 equals 5, 4. May 4th equals May 4th. Just two different ways of looking at it. The elites view and the masses view. Crazy. Okay, hopefully you get that. And it just so happens to be that Las Vegas NV is 124, or the 124th day of the year. 124th day of the year is May 4th. Now let's look at Las Vegas, fully spelled out. Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 2 months have expired. So remember, March and April, the first 2 months in the Roman calendar. 2 months have expired. 4 days in May, and then 2021. May 4th, 2021, right there. Boom. With all these massive chants and more, I'm going to show you, or is it pointing to something? It is pointing to something, and it's not a massive chance. Okay. Also, the Raiders just went to Las Vegas recently. Okay, now they're in Las Vegas, playing in Las Vegas. Okay, so if you look at this, Las Vegas Raiders is again, just like I showed you over here. Okay, 245 Las Vegas, Nevada is 245. And even the same reverse ordinal is 245. Again, 2 months have completed, 4 days into May, and 2021, 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. It's right here. And then look at the first letter code here, and that's 1222. Las Vegas, Las is L is 12, Vegas is 22. So again, 12, 2 plus 2 is 4, and that's 124th day of the year, which is what? 5-4. Okay, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It just keeps going and going. Okay, now, then I thought about this recently. I'm just like, no way. And I looked at the video. I'm like, no way. I thought immediately because I was saying, because I showed you it was, house burning. I mean, a house on fire, right? And even house burning is the code and everything. It's crazy. A lot of things. A lot of things. I didn't show it all, I don't think. But I immediately thought of burning down the house. The Talking Heads song. If you know Talking Heads or heard of Talking Heads back in the 80s, burning down the house. I mean, it's crazy, okay? Here we go. This is so nuts. You won't believe this. Okay, and then look at this. Let me show you this. So we have a attic window, okay? We have a window over here. We have a window over here. See how this is just he's showing his face on this just one side of the house. And it just happens to match this kind of right here. Are you kidding me? The only thing that's different is there's a door right here, even though it's way up off the ground. And there's a window right here. This is over here. This is over here. And this is right here. Only this is just a rectangle versus a circle. It's crazy. I mean, I'm telling you, iPad goat is everywhere in culture. I've showed it so many times. It's just, it's phenomenal. And then now it's burning later in the video. He's talking, he's got his face on it, singing or whatever, if you can call that singing, but he's kind of screaming. Fighting fire with fire. Okay, anyway, it's kind of screaming, actually. Scream singing. Now, he can kind of sing, but he's not, he wouldn't be called a singer, really, as far as that goes. Okay. Anyway, there's definitely singers out there. Anyway, so that, and then it's on fire now. See, I mean, hopefully you're seeing this, because it's phenomenal to me. Lord led me to this. I was blown away, and I literally thought of burning down the house when I'm looking at this for a little while. More support coming. Burning down the house, okay? First and last letter code. Just wait till you see this. Okay, first and last letter code is BDTH, and last letter code is GNEE. Now, a lot of times they use just first letter code, but sometimes they use first letter and last letter code, and it's phenomenal. I've shown so many things. I've ciphered so many things in different media and stuff that it's just phenomenal and I've proven this method many, many times. Okay, so right here, you can look at BDTH. B is 2, D is fourth letter, and then T is 20, take away the 0, and then H is 8. 2 plus 8 is 10, take away 0 is 1. So it literally shows you 2-4. Again, 2 months have expired, March and April on the Roman, and then 4 days in May. 2-4 is also 3-4, which is also 5-4. Okay, so that is May 4th. Add one more, it's May 5th. So it's May 4th and 5th. It's crazy, and it just gets even crazier. Now look at the last letter code here. We have 12, so this is G, and I'm just doing this for you because it's a little easier to explain this way. So G is 7, N is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. So 1 plus 4 plus 7 is 12, and then E is 5, E is 5. So exactly backwards, which they do all the time. They do it sometimes forward, but they usually do it backwards. So starting with the last word and going this way backwards, exactly backwards is 5/5/21 or May 5th, 2021. Like on your check, I write on my checks, I write 5/5/21. I don't write out 2021. Some people do, but I write 5/5. If I want to write out May 5th, 2021, I'm going to write on my check 5/5/21, 5/5/21, and that's how they do this. Sometimes they do the full amount, sometimes they do the part of it. It's just however it works, and it's totally hidden in this. It just happens to be burning down the house. Just happens to be May 4th and 5th. Just happens to be May 5th, 21. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, I can't find this stuff if it's not there. It's there. I was led to this because the Lord it puts this stuff in my brain, and I follow the trail, and then He just astounds me. And hopefully it astounds you, because it astounds me. It blows my head off my shoulders, and I got to go find my head and put it back on my shoulders. It's just... Okay, so, and then in the song it says, people on their way to work. Oh, wow. It didn't come out the way. It was like, people on their way to work say, baby, what did you expect? Gonna burst into flame. I can't say his voice at all. I can't do his voice. So I apologize. I tried to have it come out a certain way and it just didn't. Some people I can do a little bit better than others, but with singing, I'm just suck at singing. So, but people on their way to work say, baby, what did you expect? Gonna burst into flame. I mean, if that's not an attack, I don't know what is. I mean, are you kidding me? This is actually in their lyrics. I've sang it somewhat and didn't know what I was singing or didn't know the exact lyrics, but they're on their way to work going to burst into flames. I mean, literally, it tells you it's going to be a city that's attacked. If people are on their way to work and going to burst into flames, it's a city, a lot of people on their way to work, and they're going to burst into flames. It's a city that's going to be attacked. You're burning down the house. I mean, where people live. And house can be many people, okay? Talking Heads just happens to be 666. No way. Oh, that's a massive coinkydink, right? No, sorry. Wrong answer. It's not coincidence. As you can see, if you have a half a brain. Talking Heads. And look at this. Talking is 444. Heads is 222. I mean, are you kidding me? 444 in English gematria is Lucifer and Jesus. That's crazy. So both sides. Crazy. Okay, and then burning down the house is literally, look at this. 2, 5, 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. So that's 2 months of expired, 5th day in May, and then 5. You can also look at it as 5, the 14th day, and then 2. I mean, this is not a wage. Oh, I'm sorry, you can look at it as 2 months of expired, 14th day, so the last day, and then of May. I mean, it again, because they still scramble things. They can move things around. They just move 2 things back and forth. It's what they're just hiding it. Excuse me. It's crazy. Okay, and then burning down it literally sounds like burning down the house. They don't go burning down the house. They say burning down the house. So burning without a G, and that's how it really sounds, is literally 235, which is 55. Or you could look at it as May. It's coming to use in May of 2021 because 20 is 2, 21 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So May 2021. Or you can look at, again, you can look at a few different ways. You can look at it as May, like 11th, 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 2021 also if it's scrambled because you could be burning down the whole country. In fact, house in Jewish reduction is 29, and the U.S. is 290. Take away the 0, so house is equal in a sense to U.S. in 2 different Jewish ciphers. But it's crazy. So you literally, and you could say what, the House of Americans is, the United States. I mean, seriously. So we're burning down the United States. So that's what they should be saying. Burning down the U.S. I mean, are you kidding? That's what it's racially saying. And with these stages, these different stages, it basically referring to every single stage, but I'm using this house as an example, and so are they. There's a main stage, which is that first one of Las Vegas, but then it also means, past, like I said, past Fallsals, Flagsals, where a lot of homes have been destroyed, in California and East Coast with these false gas things going off and 14 houses exploding and stuff. I mean, are you kidding me? It's all code and everything, and I've shown that many times. Okay, here's another example of this. Watch this craziness. There's something on the chalkboard. There's a little bit of white chalk on the chalkboard, and there's something going on right there. Can you see that? It's weird. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It is a V. It's a V, and it's a 5. So this is what it is. It's a V and a 5. It just happens to be that, nothing big deal. Well, what's crazy about a V? Why V? Because why V? Yeah, why and V? No, just why a V? Because V, as I've shown you in the Roman numerals on the Apple Roll, okay, V is 5 in Roman numerals, okay, but V in the alphabet is 4 or 2, 2, 22nd letter of the alphabet. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So 5 is 2, 2, which is 2 plus 2 is 4, Oh, and it's also 5. So it's 5, 4, and 5, 5, which are both days they attacked on Las Vegas, I'm saying. And it's also right here. I'm showing you this so many ways that you could see this. This is a V upside down and sideways, kind of, and this is a 5. I mean, is this just chicken scratch? Did they do this for no reason? It's just on the board, and this is just someone creative just thinking of all this stuff, and it just happens to match in so many different ways. And it's sick about a penis and about the birth of the Antichrist. This is all just chance and it doesn't mean anything. No, I'm proving it. It does mean a lot. And I'm telling you, it's coming in May. And listen, I may be wrong. I think I'm probably 99.44% correct where I'm at right now. But I'm always leaving, I might be wrong about little things too, for sure. And even the ultimate attack time and everything. But this is just phenomenal what's coming. You won't believe what I have. And I'm just beginning here. Just beginning. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, Las Vegas, and let me reiterate why this matches as well. So again, Las Vegas, what I've shown you on the Apple Roll is this little face down here. Now, right here, this is the face and I've used contrast and changed the hue and everything. These are dead eyes. This is an eye closed and eye closed right here. It's someone sleeping or dead. They're dead because they've got a skull nose. Oh my gosh, this is a skull nose. This is a meteor ripping through. But again, it's upside down, something also, I'm going to show you. Okay, and this looks kind of like a triangle too, but there's a V, a clear V right here. Now, I'm going to show you what this is. Now, go like this, come over here. Now, this is upside down with more contrast added than even this. So, it kind of blurs out a little bit, but this is important. So, what I'm going to show you this. See this right here? Because you got to see a little bit better than upside down. I think this is... this would be right side up, but it's really this image upside down. But this is what they intended to be right side up. So right here, let me move this out of the way. Oops. Oop, hold on. I'm going to move it over here for a second. Okay, all right, hold it. I move that out of the way. Okay, so right here is it's a meteor. See that? And I give you an example of what what NASA says a meteor looks like coming in. But that's a meteor, man. It's at least that's what I can see here. And then this shape turns into a triangle. See this triangle? It's a V right here for sure, but it's a whole triangle, and it's going into the triangle. Okay, and I believe what this is also. This is the Luxor hotel and casino, and I was going to do a picture of that. I think it's a Luxor, and that's in Las Vegas. It's a Luxor hotel casino. It's another symbol of Las Vegas, and I was going to put something on Luxor as well up here, but anyway, I think that's what this is. This is a pyramid, but it's also a V, and then you can see this 5 down here. Okay, now watch this. Now watch this. See this down here? This is a 5, and it's as I up the contrast from over here, because it's upside down over here, it's a 5 and it's a 3 somehow. It's like layered here. It's two different things. There's a 3 right here, 3. And then there's see that dark 5, but then it kind of gets lighter down here and becomes part of that 3. This is what's going on. This is what that is. I'm telling you, because May is the 3rd month to elites, and to everybody else is the 5th month. They're showing that. And then there's a V right here. Okay, so let me show you. There's a V right here. It's right above that. It's clear-cut V. Again, I thrown a bunch of contrast on here and things, and I can see a little bit better than you can from what I've zoomed in on and everything. But that is a V right there. It's a very thick, fat V. So again, V, just like that, just like this house. Remember I showed you right here, look at the little chicken scratch up here, and then even on other things. So a V is a 4 it's a 22, but it's also 4 when you add 2 plus 2 in alphabet, but it's also V in Roman numerals is 5. So we have 5 or 3, 4, and 5. Or 5, 4, and 5. Or 3, 4, and 5. It's like I showed you on the other thing with LV and then NV on either side of the house in the fire. LV, NV. It's crazy. I'm proving it. I'm proving it. I'm proving it to myself for sure. And you can, if not prove it to you, then that's your business. But I'm proving what it definitely points to this, whatever the symbolism of this time is. If it's the exact dates, then it is. If it's something else, then it is. But I'm never going to say I know for 100% because I don't. I know what some of these things are and what they represent and all that for the most part. And I could be wrong, but on a lot of different things. But I have to go with what my gut says, what my brain says, what the Lord shows me and things, and hopefully you see this stuff. It's really nuts. Okay, and again, see how this matches this little two. Look, 5V. Look, 5 or 3V. 5V, because they're showing this twice. That's why these two equate. The symbol in the Apple Roll down here on the floor is this dead face with this meteor coming through it, and then this symbol here behind those presidents of a fiery house on fire is the same day, and it's the other days too. But anyway, it's crazy. Okay, now this penis thing. Oh my gosh. I've shared some of this in the past on my previous videos, but I want to get into this again because this is what this also represents. Again, remember there was the, like I said, this is January 3rd, A is 1, then January 13th, 2028 was a false missile alert. Okay, but this also represented, if you look at the Big Island as the tip of a penis, unfortunately, and then it going like this is the stuff going like that, and that's just happens to me right here. This is the Big Island, and look at this sign, look at that, look at this, the end here, it's just crazy. And then you look at this, so that'd be the Big Island, the next one is Maui, the next one is Lanai, and then this one here, Molokai right there, right? And then the last one would be Oahu. Well, where is that? Again, that's the eye of the shark, okay? And remember, okay, what's Oahu? Oahu is the island of the capital, and that's Honolulu, Hawaii, the place of Stinky B.O.'s birth. Okay, and so he's 57. Remember I showed you on the May 7th spot of the Apple Roll, shark equals 57. And Stinky B.O., I've shown over 100 times, is Mr. 57. He had the 57th inauguration of a president. He has all these 57s associated with him. Birth is 57. 5 A, B, C, D, F, G, the technology, 5 A, B, C, D, F, G is 57. 5, and you know that letter G is 7. So, and that has to do with the birth, and he's a shark, and then also baby shark, because it's about birth, because again, shark and birth are both 57, and so baby shark is 57, and then baby shark is 50, or I'm sorry, birth is 57, shark is 57, and so then a baby shark or a shark birth would be 57, and it is 57, of course. And then baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Oh my gosh, that song. Thanks, brother Josh. Thank you for telling me about that. In fact, I never heard of it, and my kids never heard of it. Some of you probably maybe have young kids, and you play that song. It's very antichrist. It's really crazy. Baby shark do 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 do. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. And then look, second month, 7th day, 21. It's crazy. So 2 months have passed. Now we're in this. Remember on the count. So March and April passed. April's 2, and then 7. The 7th day is the Stinky B.O. day, or the right here. What's this? If these are missiles, and then this is hitting into the shark's head, not only is it a shark eye, which is 57 too. Shark eye is 57. Are you kidding me? It's also shark's eye is also 666. Again, because he is the shark. He is the 7th day. He is the baby shark because he's going to be born. He's the shark. Anyway, do. Just do. I was going to show that. I don't think I put that in here. Oh, I didn't. It's also head wound because again, look back. See, this is a missile shooting. Okay, boom, hitting in the head. It's an eye, but it's also hitting the head. It's a head wound. And massive head wound Harry is Stinky B.O. Anyway, I should look that up. Massive head wound Harry. Anyway, head wound is 57. Okay, insane. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It's crazy. And then DOO is 41515 or 515. 5515. It's 55. Do is 5515. I was going to put that up here. It's saying 551555. So it's saying 1555. And 1 times 555 is 555. So it's 555. And so each do is a 555. So that's his number. Stinky B.O., the baby shark, is going to be born on 555, 555, 555, 555, 555. I mean, are you kidding me? That's what it's saying. I'm telling you. Believe it or not. Okay, this is insane. Okay, well, I made it once. I made it multiple slides. Oops. Well, this is where Pearl Harbor is right here. This is Honolulu. There's Hawaiian floods going on right now on Oahu near his. Floods. Flood is 2.5 or 2.5s, and floods is 3.5 or 3.5s because that's the birth and everything, and that just happens to be where he's born, and it's going on right now. It started last month, and floods are going on. Are you kidding me? Because floods are 2.5s and 3.5s. That's massive coincidence. I don't think so. Also, this mythology of Pearl Harbor being this god, this shark goddess. Okay, in fact, this is the mother of Ka'ahupahau. Ka'ahupahau. This is the mother of Ka'ahupahau. Ka'ahupahau is a baby. You see the baby feet, the little baby butt, and then the head of a shark. The baby shark. Baby shark. Are you kidding me? This is Pearl Harbor. This is a statue in Pearl Harbor. Okay, over here. Okay, over here in Pearl Harbor. This is a statue of the mother of Ka'ahupahau. 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 Okay, anyway. Sorry. Baby shark. It's a baby shark. Do. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at this. Half human, half shark. Okay, look. Ka'ahupahau. Okay. Legend tells how the chiefess. That sounds weird. Chiefess. The chiefess, I guess, or chiefess, mother of Ka'ahupahau, nurtured her daughter, who was transformed into a shark, becoming the most powerful creature in the sea and the protector of the people of Iwa. That sounds weird. That's like, anyway, that's like Avatar, Iwa or something. That's crazy. Anyway, and like whatever, forget it. You can read that yourself. And then look at this. In one interpretation, Ka'ahupahau was thought to have been a miscarriage by her mother and left in the waters of Pearl Harbor, but still alive, she transformed into a shark. In another version, Ka'ahupahau and her brother were born as human, but later transformed into sharks by a shark god. Guess what? Her and her twin brother, the twin thing, or two versions of the same person is a baphomet and a male and female together or looking like twins because they're both male and female in one person, and that's Stinky B.O. I'm telling you, he's some kind of baphomet. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay, and Ka'ahupahau is, look, 5'7". 3 plus 4 is 7, 5'7". And Ka'ahupahau is also 3'7" backwards. So remember, May 7th is 3'7", and May 7th is 5'7". It's also 5 plus 3 is 8, so that's 8/4. 8/4 is August 4th. That was his birth. That's his birthday, August 4th. 8/4, and he's also 5'7". That's what's unique about these three-digit numbers. Is it's 5'7", and it's 5 plus 3 is 8/4. That's both. He's 57 and 84. Crazy. I mean, crazy stuff. So much more I could have gone into with land shark and. Now let me switch gears. Okay, into the Jackson. See, I'm having fun with this, but you know what? Honestly, this is death and horrible stuff that is coming, and I've just dealt with this so long. I just try to do my best to make it somewhat entertaining to go through all this information. For me first, I mean, I just have to have fun with it a little bit, but it's horrible. This stuff's horrible. What's coming, the tsunamis, the attacks on people, the millions of lives that are over this 14-day process, or get the mega rituals, the mega sacrifices they're going to do over days to get more and more body count. It's going to get into the millions towards the end and everything with the tsunamis, and then the nukes that are going to hit 23 cities and all this stuff. It's just too much for anybody to comprehend. I've seen visions and dreams of these kind of things. And so I've had to do research and had the Lord work in me to show you evidence of what's coming. Because I could just come on here and say, hey, this stuff's happening. And you're like, yeah, right, you just saw it and whatever. And who knows? I'm trying to show you evidence so you have stuff to stand on. And then when these things start kicking off in the first few days and you go, whoa, Jesus was right. And he did tell Aaron, he did show Aaron this stuff. Then it gives you, earth to stand on so you can not only believe what Jesus is saying and what he's trying to warn you of, but you can also share it with others and things. And that's the whole purpose of this. And I'm telling you, people can, say I'm date setting or whatever, and all, which I'm not. I've never date set one thing. I've said it could happen. I'm saying possibly, who knows, probably won't happen. I've said that many times. But it's to be a watchman, and it's to warn people before, so they can make adjustments and they don't just fall off the cliff and die and have no chance. You need Jesus, okay? So I'm going to pause for a second. I got to get a drink here. Okay, so if you haven't watched those part 1 and part 2 of the Stupid Bowl or iPad Go 2 55, whatever, because I get into a little bit of Michael Jackson and what he is and what this guy and I break down his whole name and everything, the weekend, but he's really the weekend. And that's what it really means. I prove it. His name is Abel Tesfaye, and what that name, it's a scramble of some other. Oh, it's crazy. You won't believe it. Okay, you got to watch that. But I get into Michael Jackson, how he's Abel Tesfaye, or the Weekend, or the Weekend. He's the next version of Michael Jackson in a sense. But Michael Jackson, for everything he did, and even up to his death, which was a ritual sacrifice, and I've shown in many ways. And even going back to the Jackson 5 here, was all about, and all these groups and bands and individual singers and all this stuff, they're all showing the end of the United States, because it's all predictive programming, because they have to do that to bring the masses to where they want it, down the road they want to take them. That's what predictive programming is. That's what this gematria does. It's called lesser magic. It's designed to get people to go down a path and believe certain things in the process to get them to do what they want them to do, and go through this, this whole process. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit there, but okay. So the Jackson 5 is first and last letter code, and it's crazy. So, because I want to talk about Michael Jackson, a little bit different area, and how it's going to be connect completely to iPad Go. It's insane. So first letter code is TJ, and then we have a 5. Literally, you can see how this is Jackson, and then there's a 5 right there, or J5, okay? And so they use the 5 for a reason. This is why they did. I give you inside baseball, or inside backstage pass, whatever, with the Spirit of God, however you want to say it. I'm telling you, this is what the real reason is why didn't it just spell out 5? Why did it have the number 5? This is why. Okay, so let me show you this. So TJ5 is 215, because T is 20, take away the 0, and J is 10, take away the 0. It's 215. Okay, what's 215? 3 5s, or hidden 125, was the 125th day of the year. It's just different ways of looking at it, but ultimately it's 3 5s. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 5s. Okay, let me prove that again. Now, last letter code. Okay, now 5 becomes green because it works the last letter code. So E is 5. N is 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5. So that's 5, 5, 5. Again, these have to do with the last attack days. Because do is 5, 5, 5. Believe it or not. When you combine the letters, it's 5, 5, 5. Secretly. Okay. And then J5. What's J5? J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. Take away the 0. 1, 5 is what? 15, which is what? It is 5 plus 5 plus 5, or 15. That's what J5 is. It's phenomenal. And then if you were to exactly spell out, it just happens to be, if you exactly spell out the Jackson 5, it actually also equals, again, this exactly backwards, 215, or 512, or 215, or 512, or 215. I mean, it's exactly the same thing. Again, 3 5s, because these are the attack days. Ultimately, now I'm going to show you some more things that even more prove it. Okay, so that's going back, and you have Michael Jackson right there. He was the main talent among the Jacksons right here. He was the youngest right here, and he's down here. Oh, there he is, right down here, Michael Jackson, whatever. And he's right there. He was the main voice talent among them, of course. And so, of course, he would go on. Okay, so this is Michael Jackson. I'm sure first last code of him as well. And this is a movie he did, and it was a Lucas production. In fact, I'm going to get Lucas back in here with Star Wars in a little bit here, and it'll blow your mind. It's what's coming. Yeah, it's insane. So it's a Lucas film called Captain EO, and I'm going to get into what that is, but let me deal with the first and last letter code of Michael Jackson. Okay, so MJ is, believe it or not, 1, 3, and 1. That's 131st day of the year is May 11th. Okay, it's crazy. And then look at the last letter code. Okay, before I do that, okay, so May 11th is 511. Okay, 511 is when I'm saying for the code, the 5th month, the 11th day. Okay, and it just so happens that we're on Kilauea. Oops, I'm going to go over here. This is where Kilauea is. Just so happens that the highway is Highway 11. Okay, and this is the 11th day. Kilauea goes off the whole East Rift Zone, falls into the ocean on the 11th day, and it just happens to be Highway 11 comes through here, the closest to Kilauea. I don't think so. This is crazy. This is how meticulously this is planned. This is how it's been planned for so many. This is how it takes demons to do this. It takes demons to work in the people that came up with the streets and everything back and way back when it became a state and everything. And then they number those things, and it also goes and equates to Michael Jackson, and then equates to iPad Goat, and I mean all this stuff. It's insane, man. It's just insane. Now look at the last letter code of Michael Jackson. L is 12, N is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5, 12, 5. The 125th day of the year was what? May 5th, the first attack day. Okay, now let's look at Los Angeles. Look at the streets in Las Vegas. It just happens to be 15, remember? J5 was 15. That's just happened to be 15 that runs through here. 215 was, remember the first letter code for the Jackson 5 was 215. And then J5 is 15. And then we got also, there's another one, 515, which is 155. If you just move the 5 and the 1, 155, 1 times 55 is 55. Okay. I'm seriously, this is insane. There's no way this is the case. And then we also have 95, which 9 plus 5 is 5. Okay. But there's all kinds of stuff with all this, these 5s. And the fact that I think it's north and south highways are 5s. And then we drive 55 miles an hour. I mean, that's a lot of, and that was, made the case. I think it was the fastest speed limit starting back in the 60s or something, I think with Nixon or something. And they said it has to do with miles per gallon and conserving miles per gallon. So that was the fastest you could go or whatever. And it was BS, Barry Soetoro, Barbra Streisand, and Bob Saget all rolled in one. A bunch of BS, okay, because it was programming for 5-5, the destruction. I'm telling you, this is inside. This is backstage pass, baby. I'm telling you, this is what this is all about. Why in movies is the phone number 555? Huh? Why not 444? Why not 777? Why not why 555? Because it's program. Why when you I'll get into that in a little bit. And then Michael Jackson just happens to be, again, 124 is the 124th day of the year, or it could be 1 plus 2 is 3, or May is the third month, and the fourth day in May is 4th, of course. So 3-4, or the 124th day of the year is May 4th. Either it's 3-4 being May being the third month, and then the fourth day, or it's 124th day of the year is May 4th. Doesn't matter. Either way, both. I mean, it confirms itself. It's crazy. Okay, and then look at this. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. Okay, I mean, are you kidding me? This guy was not a pedophile. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm gonna say pedo. What should I say? Pedo. Something like that. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Whatever. He was one of those people, okay? And he lured children here. I mean, are you kidding me? Don't you? Can anybody not see that? Why would you have this where you can have children and have a good time and everything? The guy was distorted, of course. I mean, that's where he got the demons that gave him all the stuff, of course. Okay, but look at this. The exact and there's so much I could dive into here, right here, and I'm not going to, because it'd be another hour just in this stuff. So the exact address in California is 5225. Again, 2 5s, 2 5s, or 555, or 545. Oh my gosh, there's so much of this. May 4th, 2021 is right here. It's just crazy. Figure, whatever, Mountain Road, and it's 115. Then if you take away the numbers, okay, and just have that, it's 115 again. I mean, in California, it's 3 5s, 3 5 or 3 5s. I mean, there's so many things I could get into. It's just insane. But look at that. I mean, that is insane. That is 511 and 115, and we got 511 and 115. Just to take that number away, and then it's also 545. I mean, the exact attack day that he's showing, in the 125th day and the 124th day of the year. Wow. Okay, so he is Captain EO in this movie, right? Okay, and by the way, he believed he was a military leader in a sense by doing what he did. That's why he wore these stupid, like military-looking, like sequined suits and stuff. He believed, and in his own writings, in one of his books I read, he believed he was some kind of military leader, and he was believing he was leading the children to the dawn of a new age. So he's Captain EO, and that's Captain EO is Dawn. He is Captain Dawn, okay? I'm telling you. And Captain is 125 or 35, so the 125th day of the year. It's the first attack day to begin all this new dawn. This Captain Dawn. That's what Captain is. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay, then what's this? This is Stinky BO's logo, which is the Dawn. So again, he's a light-skinned black guy. Okay, and he got more and more lighter skin as time went on. I mean, really, and it kind of started losing his nose and, looking more like a skull. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, got so light skinned, but I think he was actually a good looking guy back then, and I think he was just so tormented. These people get so tormented, they don't know what ends up, and they have to keep doing stuff to themselves and everything else. All the pressures and everything that they have and all that. It's just ridiculous. That's why they end up, being offed at some point for capital for these numbers and everything. It's crazy. And then so let me show you, this is really Evo, because see how Captain is covering the top of this upside down triangle, and you can hardly see it, and then there's a clear V. It's hiding EVO. It's hiding Evo. And Evo is, look, 52215 or 555, because 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. It's also May 2021 5th, or however you want to look at it. Look at the 5th 2021 of May. Or again, you could just reverse 5 over here and put the 2 to 1. May 5th 2021. Literally, it's 2021 right here in Evo. It's showing the date. I'm going to show you this goes, if you know the iPad Goat at all, Evo is right on the chalkboard. And I'm going to show you in just a second here. And then EO was what they say it's called, Captain EO, but that's even 515. And remember that street remember the highway in Las Vegas that was also 515? Are you kidding? This just keeps going. It keeps going and going. Okay. And then Captain Evo is also, that's what it really is, because it's hiding that, is 514, the 5th month of 14th day. And that's the last attack day. It's crazy. Or it's also, right here, it says on this poster, we are here to change the world. We are here to change the world is 131, 131st day of the year, which was his, 131 is his initials. MJ is 131. 131st day of the year is May 11th. Okay, crazy. All right, wow. Okay, so why am I saying that? Why am I sharing this like Obama logo and all that? Because again, these are all versions of him. Again, it just happens to be a light-skinned black guy, but sometimes it's a white person or it's this person or that person, but he does a lot of those kind of things. And so Barack Hussein Obama is 125, just like Michael Jackson is 125, okay, or 35 or 35s, and then 155, just like on that one highway in Las Vegas is 515 or 155 is what it just reversed, 5 and 1 reversed, whatever. And then so look at his logo sideways. It's C11 or 311. C is 3, 1, 1 is clear. 1, 1, C1, 311. Another evidence that he's 311. C is 3, 1, 1 right here. Okay, it's always hidden. All these stuff are hidden sideways, upside down, backwards, whatever. Okay, so that's on his exact birth certificate is Barack Hussein Obama II, but people know him by this mostly. But he's got multiple names, Bear Satora, all this kind of stuff. Sabarka and all this stuff. Okay, anyway. Now look at this way. Now what do we have now? We have 3, so the red is 1, 2, 3, and then we have a D, 3D. Okay, 3D. Well, that's one way to look at 3D. Okay, 3D. But right here, Barack Hussein Obama II is 3, 4, 4. D is 4. So it's either, you can go backwards, it's 3 5s. 1 plus 4 is 5, or even maybe in the 3rd month, the 14th day, the last attack day, or 3, 4 backwards, again, 3, 4. Or look at this way, 1 times 34 is 34, 3, the red, 3, and then D is 4, okay? Or 1 plus 3 is 4, and we have 4. He is 44. It's just hidden in so many ways, okay? But ultimately, like I'm showing up here and things, he's 555, he's 555. He is the subject of all this stuff. It's just hidden, as you can see. Okay, so here we go. We're going back to the we're going back to the chalkboard here. So here's the chalkboard. So we have evil. Okay, now a lot of people think that that's it's love backwards. Of course, it's love backwards, but it's the false love. It's evil. It's evil. Okay, and it made me think about Super Bowl the last Super Bowl 55 and the one before that 54. They both show the Super Bowl trophy in the middle, and they both say VIL. LIV. So it's live or live, okay? And why is live and live spelled exactly the same but sound different? Why does LIVE spell live and LIVE spell live? Because they're both backwards, they're both exactly evil. 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 Okay, that's crazy. Like, because they're promoting evil. And why would live and live sound exactly the same? I mean, it completely contradicts itself, but only because they want another reason to spell evil secretly backwards, two ways. And here's another one: love spelled backwards, evil. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay, but really, ultimately, what this is it's Evo because it's a capital L. Okay, you don't capitalize love, even still. You capitalize, this is capital, that's capital, and this capital for a reason. These three are capital for a reason, and it's really Evo. These are lowercase, and this is what's really going on here. So Evo is 42, and that's the number of the Antichrist because it's going to reign for 42 months. Plus backwards, it's 2 4s. 2 4s is Stinky BO. He's 2 4s, or 44, the 44th Prez. And then also right here, like I showed you in Evo on Michael Jackson's Captain EO, or Evo is what it's hiding, is 5/20/21, 5, or May 5th, 2021, or May 11th, which is 5 times 11 is 55, 2021, or whatever, any of the attack days. Okay, it's literally showing 2021, or again 555, because 2 plus 2 is 1 is 5. 555 or 2021, either May 5th or, I mean, seriously, the 14th day is 1 plus 4 is 5, and May 5th at 2021. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, and then also LTN. Why is it LTN? Because, so reverse ordinal is also 3 5s. Okay, we got 555 here in Evo, and then LTN in capitals is 3 5s. So just reverse ordinal. I'm not going to show what it is in forward or English ordinal. Okay, but let me make a point. So we have an attack day being the first. This actually represents all the attack days. Most of the attack days being 555, but also that is 5/5/2021. It's just crazy. Okay, but this is the tsunami days. Why? Because these are capital letters, because these are proper names. And what is this? London, Tokyo, New York. And then if you flip this, because this line is thicker than the other lines, you flip this sideways, it's an H. So we have Hawaii. We have London, Tokyo, sideways, H for Hawaii, and New York. They're all going to get hit by tsunamis, and that is the other 3 5s. So we have really, in a sense, the first attack day, and then the tsunami days, and then it also could be the last attack day too, because they're all 3 5s. Okay, so let me show you this now. So now we're going to put this together, and it says, but we have the Evo is this, and then LTN in English ordinal is 46. Okay, but again, look at this. We literally have N is 14, or 1 plus 4 is 5. If we go exactly backwards, we have 5, or May 2021. May 2021. And then we have May 5th, 2021 this way. Again, we just move the 2021 over here and a 5 over here. But this one you don't have to. You just say it exactly backwards, pretty much. Almost exactly backwards. The 20 you could move to 02 in a sense, but it doesn't matter. Just imagine, they just move around a little bit because it's hard for you to figure out. But I'm telling you, this is what this is. This is May 5th, 2021. It's also May 11th, 2021. It's also May the 14th day, the last day. 1 plus 4 is 5. And you even have here, you can say the 14th day of May, because 2021 is 5. So you can say 5/14, the last day, May 14th. But the reason why these are capital is, I also, like I said, I'm confident by the reasons that this is London, Tokyo. They're going to tsunami these guys. London, Tokyo, Hawaii. It's sideways is Hawaii, H, and then New York. They're going to tsunami these. That's why they're capital. And you make you think evolution, so it throws you off and everything, but it's not. It's these two separate times. And I mean, look at this backs up. You've literally got 5 and a 2021, and you've got a 5 and a 2021 right here. These back each other up. So you can say, oh, this is what this is saying, but then this backs it up here. And these are two different signs. You have the lowercase and uppercase backing each other up for the general time frame. It's really crazy. It's absolutely right. Now I'm going to get into this with you, okay? And I shared this in my, I think it was my part 2, one of the 2 parts of the stupid ball one here. But I'm going to share this again because people need to understand this, haven't seen this before. So let's take a U. So understand the complete solved iPad Goat, and I think the main key to iPad Goat and unlocking it is what the Lord showed me, and I'm so confident this is it, and May's it. Okay, so U, look at U. Now let's distort the U a little bit, like looking from like we're down underneath it, looking at it a little bit or whatever, and then now we have 2 of them. Now those look kind of like angry eyes, the beginning of angry eyes. Okay, but there's 2 U's. Okay, so just imagine 2 U's. Now we're just turning them. Sorry, my throat's really hoarse from talking so much. You turn them here, and now we're going to put them together. So it's a heart, right? And by the way, a heart upside down like this is a pair of testicles. And then right side up, a heart is a female area where a baby comes out and everything like that and all that. And so it's a pair of testicles and a female area. So together that's conception. Okay, again, that's where sperm comes from. That's why that stuff is conception and birth, or death and rebirth is what this symbolizes, okay? But ultimately, like I said, it's 2 U's, okay? Let's keep going. So a U is the 21st letter of the alphabet, so 221, and then another U is 21, okay? But also, it's a double U. Again, that's what it's called. It's called a double U because there's 2 U's here. Although you could maybe, if you use a certain font, it looks like 2 V's, and that's another thing. So a W is hiding 20, well, it's 23. I'm sorry, I should say this. A heart is hiding a W. This is a W with the ends touching. Okay, it's a double U. It's a double U with the ends touching. So that a heart is secretly a 23. It's also a double U, so it's 21 and 21, or 2 plus 1 and 2 plus 1 is 6. Or an actual W in the alphabet is 23rd letter of the alphabet. 2 plus 3 is 5. So a heart is hiding a 5 and a 6. But even more than that, if you look at it this way, if a W, even though it's called a W, it can look like a double V. A double V is 22 and 22, which is 44. And that is Stinky B.O., 44. A 44th press. I mean, are you kidding me? 44 is also 8. So if you have 3 hearts, it's 888. If you have 3, it's also 555. And if you have 3 hearts, it's 666. Okay, this is the key. I'm telling you, this is it. So in iPad Goat, in the penis, again, that's where again, this is a pair of testicles here, and there's a penis, and then, I mean, literally, you look right here, there's sperm splattered everywhere on this, and it's all over iPad Go. That's what's so sick about it. It's just crazy. It's all over. It's like it's everywhere. It's on iPad Go all over the place. Okay, so this old woman who is the whore of Babylon, she's in a penis, and the penis is located basically on the East Coast, and there's 2 legs of 2 different. There's a woman face down, half woman face down, and there's a man face up, and there's the penis there. And then their legs make the East Coast, and exactly where this penis is exactly where Washington, D.C. is. And that's why she's the whore of Babylon. The whore of Babylon is Washington, D.C., and she's looking out in there. She's the whore of Babylon. She's got a red light on. In fact, it flickers. And I'm going to turn it upside down like this so you can see it looks like a W because it's got the end open. This is the rare case where the end is open, like a neon sign here, but that's showing that it's a W. So it flickers 3 times, and it does this 3 different times. From a distance, you see the penis coming up, and then it turns off and on 3 times. You get up to it closer, it turns off and on 3 times, and then you get up to her looking out the window, and it goes on 3 times, off and on 3 times. And so again, that's 5 because it's a W, it's 555. Because it's a double U, it's 666, and because it's a double V, it's 44, 44, 44, or 888. And by the way, 888 is the transition, or 88. Marty McFly went 88 miles an hour in the DeLorean to break through the time barrier and everything. So that's all there. It's hidden. That's why a heart is a hidden symbol for them. It's been used in a lot of things. Okay. And then on the chalkboard at the end of where it says so-called evolution, the very end is the N, and the N is 5. So it's secretly, because there's a space right here. It's actually 2 spaces. There's an N right here, and N is 5. It's showing that it's hinting that all 3 of these hearts are each 5 because the N is 5. Because if you go upside down, an N is still an N. Take an N upside down, it literally still looks like an N because a heart upside down is a W, really. W, W, and you can see how it's kind of open right here. W, 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 and like I said, if you heard me, www is what you go to on the internet every time you're on. In fact, you watch this video and you went to a website to watch this video on YouTube or whatever platform it is. You're typing in www and you don't realize, or it's doing it for you, I should say. You don't realize it's also 555 and 888, which is the transition. So it's basically saying the birth, which is 888 days of the Antichrist, 666, and the transition is coming 888. That's what's going on. I'm telling you, you don't even realize it. Again, this is totally inside baseball right here. In a sense, this is not baseball, but this is backstage information from the Lord Jesus Christ himself. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Okay. I'm telling you, this is why it's hidden. This is the key to solving this, because 555 is 666, because 555 represents the days of the birth of the Antichrist, the first, kind of the middle, and the last days. And then it represents 666 hidden. And then it's also the transition of 88, or the cube within a cube and breaking out of the cube within a cube. And a cube, all the points on a cube are 8 points. And a cube within a cube is 8 points within 8 points, which is 88. Or you can also say 888. Anyway, so, and then another emphasis here. So on his chest, the Antichrist chest is coming out on the boat and everything. He's got a heart within a heart within a heart. Again, it's 666 and 555 and 888. But it's also represented here by 1 heart on the outside and then 2 more kind of looking things here. What this is, again, it shows you that these are double U's. In fact, they stop here. The same color stops up here, and it's just like I showed you. So double U's are 6. Okay, again, U is 21, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 6, 2 plus 1, 2 is 6, and then this like outside heart is 6, which is also, again, 555. Okay, and then Stinky B.O. wrote on a beam at One World Freedom Tower, he wrote, "We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger." And he wrote the W's right here, which is also, again, he writes them like a double V, and that's 44, 44, and 44, because he's 44. He's also 666, and his birthdays are coming on 555. And he wrote it just like that, up and down, www. 666 555 888, or 44, 44, and 44, and that is him. That is him. I'm telling you. Okay, check this craziness out. You won't believe this. So this was I gotta think of a name for this guy. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't thought of a name for him. He doesn't seem like worthy to have a name for him, but Biden, no Biden. Okay, so Biden's for now. Biden's, he basically addressed on 3/11, okay, March 11th, which is really May 11th, 3/11, just like Trump did last year, announcing that he's going to declare a national emergency because of the CV or whatever, and he addresses the nation, sets May 1 target to have all adults vax. Yeah, okay. Okay, right? Okay, this, all right. Now, first of all, he said one time he said May 1st, another one he said May 1. Okay, who says May 1? I've never said May 1 in my life, and that's code. Okay, so let me tell you. So again, this happened on 3/11, which is huge because remember, 3 is really May, is really 5/11. Okay, that's not a coincidence. And then Trump did it last year at the same time, for a reason. But let me show you this absolute mind-blowing stuff here. Check out all these 666s that you won't believe are hidden in front of your face. So first of all, Fox is 666. F is 6. O is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. X is 24th of the alphabet. 2 plus 4 is 6. So Fox is 666. Sometimes you're watching a show and it just says Fox. And so it's going 666 right in your face. You don't even know it. And then check this out. News is 5551. N is 5. 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. E is 5. W is 2 plus 23 level the other 5. And then S is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10 equal to 0. So it's 1 times 55 is 55. You do that a lot with ones. It's 1 times. You can even sometimes do 1 plus, but usually it's times because it's got to make it kind of hidden. But we literally have Fox News is 666555. It's to be the epitome of the hearts I'm saying. It's crazy. So we got literally what this is saying, just like when you type in, or the computer does it for you, types in www, it's saying the Antichrist birth, the Antichrist birth, the Antichrist birth, the Antichrist, because the Antichrist is 666, his birth is 555. Antichrist birth, Antichrist, I'm telling you, you'll see it when it plays out, coming in May, coming soon, the theater near you, okay? Really close, too close for comfort here. Okay, now check this out. This is unbelievable. Okay, now so that's what it's saying. 66555, and then May 1. If I just put in May 1, it's literally 55 or even 514, 55 or 54, because 3 plus 2 is 5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, and then even scrambled 5, 5. So that's what May 1 is saying. Also, May 1st, you just say May 1st, it's 666. And vaccination is 666, because that's what they're talking about here. Okay? I should have said that differently, maybe. Hopefully I don't get... Okay, whatever. So, I just hope it doesn't get dinged when I make a little mistake, so I'm not saying the same thing. So anyway, here we go. Next is, you won't believe this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? This whole phrase, you won't believe this. Biden addresses nation, sets May 1 target to have all adults vaccine eligible. Are you ready? Biden addresses nation is 666. Are you kidding me? So May 1st is 666. Fox News is 666555. It's exact code in iPad Go with these hearts I'm showing you. And this exact phrase is 666. And that's massive chance, and not completely designed by the enemy, and also pointing to May 1st, the first day, symbolically the fifth month, the first day. And it just happens to be when everybody will get the jab, which is lethal to so many people. I literally have a list of 9, at the time, it was from February 1st, I think, up to that point, it was over 9,000 people with either, they either died or they had massive reactions, and they called it the C, they called it life-threatening. And there was over 9,000 people, and they documented it completely. It's crazy. Go to their site and look at that. There's lists upon lists upon lists of people who are taking things that have died. There was even one that was between 6 and 17 years old. I have no idea what that means. That's somebody between 6 and 17 years old. And they had an adverse reaction or life-threatening. Okay, it's nuts. It's nuts. This is nuts. Okay, now check this out. May the 4th be with you. All this stuff I've been talking about, May the 4th, about this stuff. And look, you got a city and there's explosions. Like, like 4th, like think about it. 4th of July. Okay, that's like 4th of July. Well, what's July? To the lead, it's the 5th month. So that's May 4th. 4th of July is May 4th. All the symbolism of fireworks, of explosions, and a city being explosions. I mean, there's so much to this. And look, Star Wars, first I go, SWD is 1, 5, again, 19, but 1 plus 9 is 10. Take with the 0. 1, W is 23, 2 plus 3 is 5, D is 4, 1, 5, 4, which is 1 times 54 is May 4th, or 1 plus 54 is 55, May 5th. Are you kidding me? And then look at May the 4th, MT4. M is 13, T is 2, and of course 4 is 4, okay? But look at this, 1, 3 plus 2 is 5, and then 4. This is exactly the same thing. It's showing, both of these are showing 54 and 55. Or May 4th and May 5th, or 5th month, 4th day, 5th month, 5th day. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And look, Star Wars Day is what this is called right here, Star Wars Day. And it's the same thing, but just these are reversed. So 1 plus 4 is 5, so it's 5, 5, or 1 times 45 is 45, or 4, 5, or 5, 4. It's crazy. And then look, be with you. So May the 4th, so we have these things, Star Wars Day, May the 4th, and then look, be with you is 45, or May 4th backwards. What are the coincidence? What are the odds of that? Okay, here and where to celebrate Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you in Las Vegas, of course. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's an attack on Las Vegas. And it just how happens to be May the 4th be with you. This has to be celebrated in Las Vegas. And look, Las Vegas again is LV. And what's LV? It's two things. L is 12, which is 1 plus 2 is 3. And V is 22. And that's 322 skull and bones. So death in Las Vegas. It's also L is 12, and then V is 22. 2 plus 2 in V is 4, and 12 in L is 1, 2, 4. The 124th day of the year is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. No, may it not be with you. Don't be there. Don't be there. They're spelling on you. They're putting a spell on you, saying, May the 4th be with you. Or also, like my brother Josh said, when we were talking about this, and he was looking it up, and he said, be with you is exactly equal to good luck. May the 4th, good luck. I mean, seriously, this is just wicked stuff. That is the day of death right there. The first attack day, and every day is going to be these attack days. But, okay, so what I'm showing you as this timeline here is actually something else. Okay, I'm gonna twist it on you because it's easier to explain it this way that I did. And I said some things in certain ways. For example, I said 5th month, first day, and all that. But these are not the exact days. 5-1, 5-2, 5-5-8 right here. Okay, what the exact days are this: 5-19, 5-20, 5-22 to the 23, 5-25, and 5-26. Why? Because look, the 8th day or the first day is the half or the first quarter moon, and I'm going to share this in part 2. I've already shared it before. For you who've seen my videos before, you know that when the boy does a whirling dervish up in the front of the full moon and iPad goat, that full moon is not a really full moon. It's a first quarter moon, or it's actually technically I think it's the last quarter moon technically, but I show how that is the case. And then right here, the 8th day, it's really, see how 5-2-6 is really 5-5 because 2 plus 6 is 8. I'm sorry, 5-8. 5, 2 plus 6 is 8, and that's really the 8th day, really the death of Trumple, because it is a blood moon on that day. It's a first quarter moon. You get to the very end of the next day after the 40th day is the last quarter moon, and then he is revealed. He's revealed the last quarter moon, which looks like a full moon in iPad goat, but it's really a last quarter moon. Okay. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to explain it more in the next, but it doesn't make sense. I'm going to explain it in the next video. Okay, but Trumple, okay, his demise right here, he's going to demise on 5/26 or 5/8, the 8th day, because it's hidden by the 26. 2 plus 6 is 8, and that is a full lunar eclipse. And what happened back here, 1946, June 14th at 1839 UTC time, that was Trumple's birth, and it was exactly a full lunar eclipse. A total lunar eclipse was this day, Trumple's birth, and his death is going to be a lunar eclipse exactly on the exact day on Mr. 58's 5/8 day. Again, hidden because it's not going to be even 5, and the 8th of May is going to be 26 being representing the 8th of May. 25th, May 25th, last year was the death of George Floyd, right? A black man that died, and a Stinky BO, supposedly a black man who's going to die, okay, on 5/25. Are you kidding me right here? And then, so that's why I'm saying, and the Lord showed me that George Floyd is Gorge Flood. George Floyd is Gorge Flood. The difference was 57. He's Mr. 57. And Three Gorge Dam is in China. And George Floyd is Gorge Flood. Because you take the differences of Y and a yeah, Y. Okay, so it's George, take away the I forget what it is now. Oh my gosh. Take away the R. Oh, it's an E and then a Y. So it's ended up being 57. And this is the 57, the 5-7 day. Anyway, that's what it is. And I'm also saying Britney Spears will die on this day as well, 525, as well as I believe the flood of the Three Gorges Dam in China at the same time. But look at this. This is phenomenal. This is the exact day that he was born, Trumple. And this exact day I'm saying his demise is, they love this stuff. This is a blood moon, a full lunar eclipse on this exact day, his birth and his death. Again, they love birth and death thing, these symbols. Okay, so that's what I'm saying here. So LV, Las Vegas is right here, meteor attack. Then we to update right here to just, because I wanted to just explain it a little different ways so you understand. So when I even showed LV as in 322, it's literally the 22nd and the 23rd. And there was 235 and whatever. It's literally the 22nd and 23rd is the LV attack, which when you combine them, it's 4th and 5th. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. George Floyd is Obama's, and that's why they did it a year earlier, and all that. It's nuts. This is nuts. You can't plan this stuff. I mean, and then this, and I'm gonna explain even more why it's this time. And then we got this again, stock market crash and everything, but it's really not. This time it's really not the 9th. These are the 9th. These represent the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and the 14th day. But those days being the sequence of days, so starting with the first day, second day, but they end up equaling exactly the 27th day being the 9th day. 2 plus 7 is 9. The 28th, the 29th is my birthday. Oh man, that's just crazy. This is so insane. And I have so much to share with you about that. And the Lord's confirmed me so much with my twins and my birthday, and it's just so phenomenal. And my birthday is 923. So think about this. May 29th exactly backwards is 9-2, and then 5 is really, the third month is really May. So my birthday backwards exactly is 329 or 92, or my birthday backwards is 923, because the 29th and May is really the third month, is 623, and I'm going to show you how that matches with the moons as well. And I've showed it before in December, how this moon, or right in between these two moons, matches exactly where it says Stinky BO lightning falling on 923, and it is also, or 623, it's also 923. This is phenomenal stuff, people. I'm mind blown. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. And then, by the way, nuclear attack on June 1st, okay? It's going to be June 1st. And by the way, June is the 4th month. So 4 plus 1 is 5. And then we have 2021, which is 5. So that's 55, even still. And that's the 14th day, which is 5. Wow. It's still the 14th day. It's still 5-5. It's insane. This is the time. I'm telling you, this is the time. And again, a small chance I'm wrong. And I'm never going to say I'm 100% right or whatever. But I'm telling you, I think I've cracked this thing completely wide open. And I'm going to just keep bringing more videos as proof. This is insane. Okay, and then check this out. Another thing that completely proves this with iPad Goat. iPad Goat was released on June 24th, 2012. And I figured out that what this is showing, because, again, remember the code is in the hearts. The key is in the hearts. So we're talking about 666 and 555. Again, I'm going to prove it with the dates of iPad Goat and the first destruction day. So iPad Goat is 6, June is 6, again the Gregorian, but also 2 plus 4 is 6. There's another way they do numbers. 2 times 12 is 24, which is 6. So June is 6, 2 plus 4 and 24 is 6, and 2 times 12 is 24, which is 6. So iPad Go is released in 666. Again, this is hidden. Most people wouldn't realize it, and I've been showing how they multiply. For example, the number 511 is 5 times 11 or 55. They love, Stinky BO is 311, but the elite, or the Masons and stuff, love 33. 311 is 3 times 11, which is 33. It goes with anything, 811, or even 9, the 11th of September, whatever, which is a 9, and then it ends up being an 11, and that's 99. But that's not as known. What the heck was that? That was crazy. Okay, so so this is 666, and then and it's going to what? 5, 5, 5. So May is 5, 23 is 5, and 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So we have 666 going to 555, and the proof of that is the difference between these two is what? The difference between these two is 3,255 days, or exactly backwards, 5523 or 5523. May 23rd, 2021 is 552. 2 plus 1 is 3, or backwards is 3255. I'm sorry, but I think that is, I've proven it. 666 and 555 in the hearts. You go from the release of iPad Go to the first attack day that they're really pushing, May 23rd, or in a sense, the 5th day, 555, or 523, exactly backwards in days is 3,255. No way. No way. Okay, last thing I want to do to blow your brain out your head is Revelation 6:12. Now, what I'm saying here is, and what I've said is, this will kick off on the 4th and 5th day, okay? And then going into the elimination of Sneaky Bee on the 7th day, and then this massive attack, another big, huge attack on Trumple Day, which is going to be a blood moon. The exact blood moon, or another blood moon he was born on, exactly 74 years, 75 years. Oh my goodness, it's even more. Well, no, I guess it's still 74 years earlier. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, almost to 75 years, that would be 57 exactly backwards, and he's 57. It's crazy. So, but Revelation 6:12, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And there's a huge possibility this blood moon is this blood moon. Look at this. Okay, and the moon became as blood. Okay, remember I showed that blood moon on 5/8 or May 26th. Now watch this. May 26th. Again, this whole phrase is, and I beheld when opened the sixth seal and whatever, is 5/26, 2021 in full reduction and reverse ordinal, where they're complements to each other in a sense, because you have English ordinal and then reverse ordinal, full reduction. But look at this. 5/26, May 26, 2021. And I hopefully you're blown away, because that could be the blood moon that it's talking about in the opening of the sixth seal on May, basically in May. I'm telling you, it's going to be in May anyway, but May 26th is what this is showing, and it literally adds up in the numbers. And you don't think God's in these numbers? I'm sorry, but you are ultra religious and don't know biblical numerology, because God invented numbers. Again, numbers are just numbers. And if it depends on the heart behind them, they can be evil and have an evil bent. They can be awesome and good, have a good intention, everything, and that's what God originally created them to be. The enemy distorted them. And like I share in Ephesians 5:11, is I'm here to expose the darkness, not do any of it. I'm here to expose it. And it just happened to be Ephesians 5:11, and my birthday is May 29th. Which is 2 plus 9, and backwards, my birthday is really 923, because May is really the third month. I had a dream where the Lord said 923, America is laid low, and that's going to be probably on my birthday. So I'm going to have 2 births on my birthday. It's crazy. I'm totally blown away, and I'm going to give you more and more evidence of this, and more shocking evidence that you can't imagine. So I want to thank you. By the way, Star Wars is hiding Start Wars. Yeah. Star Wars is Start Wars. And on May the 4th be with you. And it's it's even more than that, more than May the 4th. It's May the 22nd, and 22nd is 2 plus 2 is 4. So May the 4th day it's May the 4th day of the birth be with you. That's what it's saying, I think. And so we'll see how it plays out. I can't absolutely guarantee, and I won't. But I'm just saying, I mean, it's what everything I've ever done points to, all this evidence. So hopefully you see what I'm saying, and just brace, and hopefully you make an adjustment with the Lord. And I just hope that. So I thank every one of you who's given. If you're able to give, I really appreciate it. I could use it right now. My family could use it right now. I have links in the description box for PayPal and even Zelle. Zelle is far easier. It doesn't cost anything for anybody. It's easier. It's quicker. You can sign up at zellepay.com if you haven't done it before. It's what banks use to transfer stuff, and it's free completely. I have my PO box as well, and of course, like I said, PayPal. So be able to give, great. And I thank all those who have given. We just from the bottom of our hearts. I can't even say. I just thank the Lord. He said He wants to give to those instead of having me thank the people individually. He says I want to give to them for what they've given to you, and so I just left it the Lord to give like He does. He gives us all to us from our heart of giving, and so we don't need credit. I don't need credit when I give, so that's the spiritual law. So I just let God take care of it, and I don't send thank yous and all that stuff. I got too many people, too many things to thank anyway. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing these videos. Share this video, please. I beg you, to anybody, everybody, for their own good, not for me. I only care about views and likes, and please thumbs up right now. If you would thumbs up right now, just so more people can see this and more new people, and that's why I haven't completely discarded YouTube, because I'm getting to more new people and stuff, and it's all about that. It's about getting to more people and everything, and I just have to do what I have to do, and hopefully you understand that. But I have it on the other platforms too if something goes wrong or whatever. So please share, please, and again, I thank you so much for your prayers. It means so much. Continue to pray for me and my family. There's all kinds of attacks that come, but the Lord is just so powerful. Jesus is so mighty. He's just done so much stuff in our lives. I can't even say. He's just transformed our lives, in my life, so many ways. Oh my goodness. So thank you so much in every possible way. And please let this stuff affect you. Make some changes and come close to the Lord Jesus, because He's the only one that is worth a darn in this world. He's the only one that's worth sacrificing for. He's the only one worth fighting for other people through Him. He's the only one. It's all been for Him, because what He's done for us, what He's done for me, what He's done for my family I'm just telling you, that's it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.